Hi friends, welcome to Solidworks with Dell. Today we will be designing Nightstand 1. Note all dimensions are in inches. Material is 5/8 of an inch satin wood. Drawer box material is 1/2 inch wood. And the bottom is 1/8 of an inch hardboard. Note 4, black Euro drawer slides are shown here only. Okay, looking at the front view with the left side panel removed. Okay, the overall height of the nightstand is 26 inches high, 16 inches deep, and at the right side view, 16 inches wide. Okay. Now going to the front view again. Okay, there's a back panel at 25 3/8 of an inch tall by 16 inches wide. Okay, the top panel here is 16 inches by 16 inches wide. Okay. Then there's this small panel here in front of the drawer front, and that's 1 5/8 of an inch tall by 14 3/4 of an inch long. Okay, this panel right here. The drawer front itself is 6 1/8 of an inch high by 16 inches, shown at the top view here, 16 inches wide. Okay, and it's at the top. There's a miter of 45 degrees, and at the top tip point here, there's a radius of 1/16 of an inch to soften the edge, make it less sharp and pointy. Okay, there's at the front view here, there's a upper panel here. Okay, that's 7 inches wide by 14 3 by 3/4 of an inch long. Then there's two vertical center panels, 7 inches wide by 6.5 inches tall. And there's two of them, and they're positioned right in the center of the nightstand, shown in the right side view. Okay, right in the middle. The middle panel here is 15 3/8 by 16 inches wide. Okay, and the bottom panel is the same, right here. And then there's a front panel here at 4 inches high by 16 inches wide. Then there's a left and a right bottom panel at 14 3/4 of an inch long, okay, by 4 inches high. And going back up here where it says front view with left side panel removed, this left side panel is right here. Okay, there's one on the left and one on the right, and they are 7 1/8 of an inch tall by 14 3/4 of an inch long. Okay, and it's shown here in a trimetric view. Okay, like that. Okay, covers the drawer box on the side. Okay, sticking to the front view, the length of the drawer box is 14 inches by 4 inches high, and it's 13 3/4 of an inch wide, shown at the top view with the top panel removed. And this 12 3/4 is to show the length of the back panel of the drawer box. Okay, at the back here. Now moving to the front, the right side view with the drawer front panel removed. Okay, so looking at the drawer box now, the drawer box is sitting from the left, inside from the left panel and inside from the right panel, 1/2 inch on both sides, and that's the spacing for the Euro slides, 1/2 inch on both sides. Okay, and the bottom of the drawer box is sitting up from the upper panel, the top of the upper panel, 1/2 inch. Okay, and the drawer bottom is 1/8 of an inch hardboard, and it's sitting up from the bottom of the bottom panel of the drawer box, 3/8 of an inch up. Okay. So let's get started and design Nightstand 1. File, New, Part, okay. Save drawing as Nightstand 1. Going to apply scene here, plain white. Systems option at the top. Document properties tab, units, IPS drawing in inches, 3 decimal place for dimensioning, Okay, starting from the front plane. Sketch front plane, okay. A corner rectangle from the origin at the bottom left, okay, here. All right, I'm gonna smart dimension, 26 inches. 16 inches. Okay, cancel smart dimension. We're going to do offsetting now. Offset entities. Okay, distance 4 inches. Add dimensions. Checked. Up. Okay, or reverse direction. We'll go like that. Okay, 4 inches. Offset. Okay, 7.125, 7 and 1/8 of an inch. This line up. Hit enter to repeat the command. Same thing. Up. Okay. Now I'm going to offset 5/8 of an inch. Okay, so 0.625. I'm going to offset this line down. Okay. Offset again. I'm going to select this bottom line. Okay, hold shift, select this line, and reverse direction up. Okay, shown with these yellow lines, 5/8 of an inch. Okay. Okay, again, offset, 5/8 of an inch, add dimension, this left line, inwards, this, okay, offset again, this right side line, inwards, okay. Now I'm going to offset again at 7 inches, this line, okay, towards the right, inwards, okay. All right, now we're going to do a lot of trimming. Trim, power trim, okay, trim this line, this line, this line, so I have my top panel. I'm going to the left side here, trim this line, those two lines, this line, these two lines. Now I got my back panel. Okay. I'm going to trim this line, this line, this line. Okay. This middle line here. Okay. I don't need this. This. Okay. So I got my middle panel. All right. I don't need this, these two lines. I don't need this line. And I don't need this line. Okay. And I don't need this line. Okay, so go smart dimension. That's 7 inches, put it back. Okay. And this is the same thing, 7 inches. Just to make our drawing fully defined. Again. Okay. Looks good. Now I'm going to cancel smart dimension, draw a diagonal line from this inside line towards the outer line. Okay. I'm going to give it a smart dimension from that point right there to that point, 1 inch. Okay. And angular dimension from that diagonal line to that vertical line, 45 degrees. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna trim this line now. Okay, so I got my drawer front right here of the drawer box, and I'm gonna add a fillet, 0.0625, 1/16 of an inch. Okay, right there, that point, to make it less pointy. That's where the fingers go to pull out the drawer front box. Okay. All right. I'm going to draw a line like this, over and up. Okay. 2 lines. Smart dimension. The thickness of this is 5/8, 0.625. Okay, cancel smart dimension. Now we're going to be doing extruding. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go to features, extruded boss base. Okay. The width of the nightstand is 16 inches. Okay. Selected contours, direction 1. I want it from the midplane. Midplane, 16 inches. So I'm going to look at it from the front view to choose these contours. It's easier, okay? So I'm going to select the top panel, the middle one, and the bottom one, right? And I don't want thin features, so unselect thin features, 16 inches, okay. So I got 3 bodies. I don't want real view graphics right now. Okay, go back to Boss Extrude 1 here on the left, the arrow, sketch 1. Continue to extrude boss base. Unselect merge result 16 inches. Okay, from the midplane, direction 1 from the midplane, and again I'm going to the front view. I'm going to select the back panel, the drawer front, and the bottom front panel. Okay, and unselect thin features. We want as solid bodies. Okay, from the midplane, 16 inches. Okay, so I got 6 solid bodies. Again, sketch 1, extruded boss base, view orientation right here. I like to work from the front plane. It's easier to select the contours. So I'm going to unselect merge result. Now I'm going to change 16 inches to 14.750, 14 3/4 of an inch. Okay, and from the midplane. Okay, and I'm going to select this contour, this rectangle, and this one. Okay, and unselect thin features. Okay. Okay, so 8 panels. Now we got sketch 1 again, select it, extruded boss base. Okay, unselect merge result. I'm going to change the distance to 0.625, the thickness of the wood. Okay, 5/8 of an inch from the midplane. And again, view orientation, front plane, I'm going to select this panel and this one, the shelf support, okay? The middle panels, okay? Unselect thin features from the midplane, okay? 5/8, all right. Okay, so we got 10 bodies. So I'm going to go back to sketch 1 again and continuing to extrude boss base from the front plane to look at it easier to choose the contours. Unselect merge result, keep the distance at 5/8 for the panel. We're not going to be doing midplane anymore. We're going to go to blind, okay? And I'm going to select this contour. I'm going to zoom in here, okay? Select this one. Select this one. 3 of them, okay? And this one, okay? I'm going to tilt it. Okay, so it's from the midplane. We want it from the blind now, but we want it from the surface. So I'm going to go from surface. I'm going to choose this one or this one. I'll choose the top one, okay? It's highlighted in green. And as you can see, it's extruding out of the, okay? Towards the left, the arrow. So we're going to reverse it, direction 1, reverse it back in. Okay, and that looks proper. So we're going to go okay. Oh, thin features to check, uncheck it. Okay, so now we got 12 bodies. And then again, from sketch 1, we're going to do the other side, okay, the right side. We got the left side panels, now we want the right side. So sketch 1, extruded boss base, and unselect merge result 5/8 from blind. Selected contours, same thing, I'm just going to the front plane to select that profile or contours. This one, this one, this one, and this one, okay? All right, so 4 contours. And from surface. And not the left side now, we want either one of these surfaces. So I'm going to select that surface, highlighted in green. And this time the arrow is pointing towards the inside of the cabinet, okay, or the nightstand, and it's correct. So I'm going to leave it. The direction is inside, not outside, okay. Thin feature selected, unselect that. Okay. All right. So looking at it from the top view to make sure everything is good. All right. Right side view. Okay. Front view. All right. And then trimetric view. Okay. So now we're going to draw in or sketch in the drawer box. So for me, I'm going to make it easier by a little easier for me. I'm going to hide the top panel, hide the back panel for now. Get out of the way. I'm going to work on this face right here. I'm going to sketch on this face. So select the inside face of the drawer front. Okay, looking at it from the back side. Okay, and sketch. Okay, I'm going to set corner rectangle here at the top left. Okay, something like that. Okay, smart dimension. That edge to that line, 1/2 inch. Okay, and from that line to that edge inside of the side panel, okay, 1/2 inch. Okay, on the right side here, this line to that inside edge of the right panel, 1/2 inch. Okay, the height of the drawer box is 4 inches, 4 inch. Okay. And just to verify, from the top of the drawer box to that edge right there is 3/8, and it is. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to cancel smart dimension. I'm going to draw in the offset. Okay, I'm going to offset 0.5 inch, 1/2 inch, add dimensions. Okay, for the drawer sides, that's 1. And then again, offset, add dimension towards inside. Okay, now I'm going to draw the drawer bottom, corner rectangle, something like that, top left to bottom right. Okay, cancel rectangle, corner rectangle, smart dimension. From that edge to the bottom of the drawer box is 0.375, 3/8 of an inch. Okay, and it's protruding, sitting inside of the left and right panel by 1/4 of an inch, so that's half the thickness of the wood. So it's, okay, 0.25. Okay, and likewise on the right side, 1/4 of an inch, 0.250. Okay, and the thickness of the bottom of the drawer box is 1/8 of an inch, 0.125. Okay. Okay, cancel smart dimension, and we're going to be doing some extruding again. So, okay, features, extruded boss base. I'm going to get the left and right sides of the drawer box, so I'm going to unselect merge result. The distance is 14 inches. Put 14 in there. From the direction from blind, okay. From sketch plane, all right, direction is blind, all right. Selected contours, I'm going to zoom in here. Select that with that little rectangle right there. Okay. 1, 2. So 4 contours. Okay, 14 inches towards the back. That looks correct. Okay. Unselect merge result, it is 16 bodies. Okay. So now going back to, okay, boss extrude 7, sketch 2, extruded boss base. We want the back panel of the drawer box. Okay. So unselect merge result. The thickness is 1/2 inch, not 14. All right. Okay. Blind, direction is blind, that's okay. Okay, so I'm going to select the contour now. Okay, I'm going to select this rectangle, the one underneath it, okay? Not this contour, okay? That rectangle. And then the bottom rectangle, so 3 in the center. 1, 2, 3, okay? And then from surface. Okay, rotate this a bit from that surface. The back edge of the side panel of the drawer box. Okay? And looking at it from the top view, it's going outwards. We want it inwards, right? So we want to reverse the direction inwards, okay? So it's correct now. Okay? And I'm going to make sure, okay, merge results unselected. Okay. So we got 17 panels, okay? Okay. So again, I'm going to sketch 2 again, right, from boss extrude 7. And instead of going extruded boss base, I'm going to extruded cut. To do a cutout for the bottom panel to sit in of the drawer box. Okay, so the distance is 14 inches. Okay, blind. Selected contour. Okay, I'm going to try to zoom in here. All right, I'm going to select the contour of that bottom panel. Okay, it's highlighted in pinkish orange. Okay, we're going to put the pointer on the edge here, or the outline, and then selecting it for me, the contour. All right, now it's obviously going the wrong direction, so I'm going to go direction 1, blind, reverse the arrow, and I'm going to show you on top view how it's going to cut. So it's cutting from the sketch plane right here of the inside face of the drawer front towards all 14 inches towards the back, okay, of the drawer box. So that's not correct. So we're going to offset from, instead of sketch plane, offset 1/4 inch. Okay, we want it to sit a 1/4 inch inside the material of the drawer box and the drawer front, okay, by 1/4 inch all around. So now it's, okay, 1/4 inch is correct, but it's offsetting the wrong direction. You can see it's cutting way too outside of the drawer box, as indicated here, okay? So we want to reverse this in towards the drawer front, 1/4 inch, okay? So reverse it. Now it's inside of the drawer front, a 1/4 inch, and it's inside the drawer box back, the back panel, a 1/4 inch, okay? We know the left and right is a 1/4 inch in towards the left and the right. Okay, left and right side panels of the drawer box. Okay, so everything looks good here for the extruded cut. And I'm going to go okay. And I'm going to show you. All right. Zoom in here. All right. So like that. The front is, and the other side. Okay. So now all there's left to do is add the bottom panel. So we're going to go again to boss extrude 7 and use that same contour to extrude the bottom panel. So sketch 2, select it, extruded boss base, unselect merge result, 14 inches, okay. All right, Blind is correct. And selected contours, I'm going to go in here and use my pointer to select the contour again, right there. And it's going the right direction, but looking at it from the top view, again, it's from the wrong plane. Okay, so we're going to go from offset, 1/4 of an inch, like we did with extruded cut. Okay, it's protruding outside of the back of the drawer box, so we want it to offset towards the front, 1/4 of an inch. So now it's sitting proper. Okay, all around, 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so now we have 18 solid bodies, and that's the total that we want. So now I'm going to go and go to Boss Extrude 1, and I'm going to, the eyeball, okay, show. The top panel back, put back the top panel, Boss Extrude 2, show. Okay, now we got the back panel back in place. Now I'm going to go here, Solid Bodies 18, into that folder. Okay, I'm going to select okay, hold shift, I'm going to go all the way to extrude, shift extrude, cut extrude 1/1. Okay, I'm going to hide that for now. Okay, so I can just apply some appearance to this. So I'm going to select this Boss Extrude 9 first, go to here, all right, apply appearance, and I'm going to choose just brown for the hardboard, okay, to have some contrast between that and the drawer box material. Okay, so now I'm going to hide that one, and then I want to work on these three. So I'm going to just, okay, go there, appearance, organic, okay, wood folder, the general one. I'm just going to go polished pine, double click that. So just a random appearance here, all right, for the drawer box. All right, so I'm going to turn back on the drawer bottom. Now I'm going to go cut extrude 1, 2, hold shift, all right, and I'm going to hide those 4 that I've already applied appearance to, and I'm going to turn on Boss Extrude 1 to cut extrude 1/1. Okay. Okay. Wow. Okay. So now I'm going to select all that and go to wood and satin wood. Double click on that. All right. And I'm going to turn on View Graphics. And I'm going to go back and turn on those other 4 right here. Cut extrude 1, 2 to Boss Extrude 9. Turn it on. Okay. I'll look at it from the top view. I'm going to hide the top panel. Okay. Undo. Go to the front view. Hide the left panel. Okay. So we can see the details. Undo. Right side view. Hide the drawer front panel. All right. And like mentioned earlier, the bottom is protruding 1/4 of an inch into the drawer front and into the sides of the drawer box. Okay, you can see that with the cutout. Okay, I'm gonna undo that. All right. Trimetric view. Just to take a look underneath. Around. Back to trimetric view. Okay, there you have it. We've designed Nightstand 1. I hope you like it. If so, give me a like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching.